Okay, so put this piece of stock in here. I've taken this off and I'm still trying to figure out what spindle nose this is, but it doesn't appear to be anything normal. So it looks like I'll have to probably make adapters. I took this off and drew it up in SolidWorks, so I've got that as a reference. So I've actually cut chips on this thing for the first time, finally. So as you can see, the tool changer is now oriented with the spindle center, or center line, or whatever. I'm going to have to get some shims to move the tools around. As you can see, like this tool holder, it looks like somebody's modified this thing and cut out a bunch of material, maybe, I don't know, but I'm going to have to make a bunch of shims that I can stack and put my tools in here with. I still don't know exactly how some of this stuff works. So like if you notice right here, let me get my hand out of there so you can see. You see this this thing right here that's right here. So this is an offset screw that, if you notice, this is slotted up here and up here, or down here, and you can loosen these two down or loosen them up and then turn this and it will move the tool holder up or down slightly. And then you can tighten them back up and that sets your tool holder. You still have to do your gross adjustment with shims. So what I'm going to eventually do is just make a bunch of shims out of different thicknesses of steel. I'm just going to plasma cut out a bunch of rectangles and like 1/8 inch and 1/16 inch, and where I can build this up and get it close. And I may put some on a surface grinder and just sort of get myself a decent assortment of different shims, so I'll be able to quickly change out whatever tool I want. So I've got this tool holder. This one right here came with the lathe. All of these I bought off of eBay, so all of those and all of these. So if you notice, like with this tool holder, you've got the adjustment, so you can adjust it. Now this one is a boring bar holder. There is no adjustment. Another boring bar holder, no adjustment. I have no idea how you're supposed to get a boring bar centered up in, to the spindle. That don't make sense to me. I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work. I've also got this holder that I bought right here, and it looks like somebody's done some modifications to it, and best I can figure, the idea would be you could put a drill chuck in here and offset it where the chuck is way back here, so you don't have to use short. It gives you more room to approach your part. So if you've got a longer part in the lathe, it's staggered back where it'll work. So I may actually draw this one up and make me a few more at some point. And again, if you notice, this one actually has some type of looks like a type of adjustment with Allen wrenches or Allen screws. So if you notice, the Allen lines up with that. So this one I'll be able to adjust, and I think I'm just going to turn this into my drill tool holder, and I may make 2 or 3 more of these so I can hold drills, maybe taps, stuff like that. So I figured you guys would want to see this thing run. There's no safety on the door like we have at work. But anyway, so I'm going to turn this on. So it took me forever to figure this out. I've been reading through the manual. One thing I will say about Centroid so far, they don't seem to have a lot of information out there. So I downloaded this. It's a different version than my mill or my lathe. And honestly, I think it would make a lot of sense, and one of the reasons Haas to me is so popular, and the reason I would prefer a Haas lathe at this point, even though this one's supposed to be really good, is all of this is the same as the brand new machine at the office. And I can get on YouTube and I can look at videos on how to run these things. I can look at videos on how to do all kinds of different stuff, tips and tricks. You know, there's tons of videos on how to set up a part, do your offsets, measure your, this thing don't want to focus at all. Measure your tool offsets, measure your parts. So there's a lot of information out there, but Centroid, and I'm usually pretty good at finding information, the only thing I could find was a PDF manual that wasn't even the right version. So, you know, it would be nice to have a quick video, 30-minute video, that somebody from Centroid would sit here and go, okay, here's how you do this. Here's how you set a tool. Here's how you do, you know, just different things, because it took me a while to figure out that I can, let's see, turn the spindle on like that. So, let's see here. So you can change your feed here, and I've got it continuous, so I can move the tool. Let's see here. So there you go. There's some chips for you. That's literally all I've managed to do so far, but I'm making progress. So there we go, it cut apart. It's not even close to being on center line. The tool needs to come this way quite a bit, so I'm gonna have to make a bunch of shims, and I've got some shim stock coming so I can cut some, you know, finer adjust shims in there as well. But so far everything appears to work. The tool changer finally works. Move that out of the way so I can go into setup, ATC, and if I want tool number 8, it pulls that in. So everything appears to work exactly like it's supposed to. I can index it, or I can go back here, do tool 1, and have it pull up that tool for me. So here's the hydraulic pump that's running. You can see got pressure on the gauges. But anyway, so it's been a long time coming. I've had this thing forever. I've done all kinds of crap trying to figure out how to make it work. So the next thing, I'm going to play with the tools a little more. Tomorrow when I get home from work, I'm probably going to set me up a bunch of shims that I can cut out, just little rectangles that I can stack here to get my tool close. So when I get that done, I'm going to start working on getting all of these tools populated, just get myself a kind of a standard loadout of tools in it so I can start playing with this thing. And then I got to clean up my massive mess of crap from working on this thing. So, but yeah, there it is so far. So I've also got to check the coolant pump and make sure it works, and I've got to fill up the coolant tank. The only thing I don't know about that is this appears to be the only way into your coolant tank, and I just don't know about that. So not sure how that's going to work out. But also there's a light that's been disconnected here, so I'm going to try to figure out how to make that work as well. So you can see a light up in there. I've just got my Milwaukee hanging there for now, but I am very happy with this so far. I've got roughly $4,000 in the lathe and the tooling. So really nice guy on eBay sold me a bunch of these for like 35 bucks a piece, which is really cheap. He even threw in a few extras and even tried to help me fix the turret when I was having trouble with it. Walked me through a bunch of stuff on the phone. Just a super nice guy. So it's nice when you actually talk to somebody that proves decent people are still left in the world. So anyway, if anybody has any questions or comments or can tell me a better way to do things, or maybe somebody that's ran a Centroid and can give me some pointers, I would welcome any information. So there it is. Have a good day.